I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Game, what are you doing? I shouldn't feel like this. It's my second playthrough. Hello there guys, it's Art here, and this is Slay the Princess, possibly the last episode. For real this time, I know I can finish it now. Let's go, I'm very interested in this round.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone. Yourself, are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met. Then what is going on? What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through. It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you. Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
Yeah, I am, I think.
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet. Violence is the answer here, but the method is equally important to the act. You can't let her leave the cabin. It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call this woods. It's like her influence has poured out into the world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else?
You're the chooser. The best we can do is advise. But we can help if you let us. These are just powerless thoughts and opinions. You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
I'll just proceed to the cabin.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it.
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You do see it, right? All we see is a damned mirror. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Smash
You
it.
bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her
You always
voice,
say that.
bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her, rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Let's do that. If you want to fight, then how about you come and get one?
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Those chains were nothing to her last time, and they'll be nothing to her this time. We need to show ourselves first to make her boil over. Fine by me.
Continue to the basement.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess,
Look at those
imposing,
thighs,
tightly muscled,
Jesus.
grins back at you from the darkness.
It's like our torso.
Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run. I really don't like the sound of this.
I'll listen to the hunting, because he seems to know what's up.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Why don't you want to be free? Why do you insist on fighting me to the death down here in the dark?
This again? What does free even mean? Here and there, none of that matters. I'm always in a body. I'm always in one place.
Sorry.
Why do you act like you know me better than I know myself?
Because I do.
I had what I wanted. I had something perfect and it ended. And now that it's gone, you just keep dangling it in front of me. It's more than teasing. It's cruel. It's cowardly. It's selfish. I know what I want, and I'm sick of waiting.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
God damn. We have to run.
Run.
Okay, he just did it on his own. Didn't have time. Didn't have a choice.
Towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rapid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
Just run. Why are you walking slowly?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it.
What do you want me to
Be
do?
swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
You've fallen right into my trap.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move. Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
But the narrator is surprised by our fighting skills.
We're actually gonna pull this off, aren't we?
We're probably gonna die at the same time, both of us.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wielding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going, we can't stop now! You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
I don't really get that many choices in this route.
Something feels wrong. Something.
Maybe this is the only way it could have happened. Bye bye. But you do not have the chance to respawn, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's that mirror.
It's going to be okay. Just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
She's gone. It's the end for you, but not for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Death. Real death.
Screw that.
This can't be the end. It just can't.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, gaze. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
You know what I am.
Okay, I skipped that, and maybe we can ask him some questions that we didn't get to last time. If only I remembered. Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you
I'm
breaks.
aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
What is this place? Where are we?
Construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know about you? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. Patterns are wiped from the sand. When the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
So the world is ending. That's a new information. Do you have anything to say for yourself, for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
And what is my true identity?
You're the long...
Okay, I did hear that already. We did hear that already. A god. I always knew I was special.
Yes, you are special, unique even, and you still have a task that you need to do, and only you can do it.
How am I supposed to read the world of death?
By slaying the princess. Once she's gone, everyone will get to exist exactly as they are. No more fear, no more howling chaos, just life. Forever.
Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times.
Haven't. You've flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
And how do you know everybody else doesn't also experience death the way I do?
They obviously don't. You experience death the way you do by design and by your unique nature.
Last shard, I think. I think you're out of time.
So I am. And so it was always going to be. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Kinda. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god. And this, can I skip that? Yeah. I can skip that too. I can skip all of it. Because we've all heard that already. Okay. I love this art. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names it.
Okay, we've heard that before. Did I check this option? I did.
I know him.
I told you what I was going to do when we reached this point. Slay the princess.
I know. And I've been waiting for you to see it through.
I feel like I should maybe save the game here. Wait. Okay.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save him, then so be it.
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You
Cool.
run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new. Somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps. There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I've existed without you.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
Blah 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 blah, I don't even know what it means.
Shiver exists
The audio is kinda weird. I'll quiet this one. The music. And I'll raise the volume, the general volume in my PC.
I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
What are the woods then? What is the cabin? What is the time we spent apart, if not me existing as myself?
Time you spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies. Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you?
No, you're not.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
I'll continue to argue my independence. I wouldn't be here if destroying you would leave all of reality a colorless blur.
You place far too much trust into the ravings of a fearful and ignorant soul who overstepped his bounds. You are nothing. A black hole of self-loathing fed by the matter of your restless thoughts. A dog blind to its leash.
I think this is the
light without the dark.
adversary. No, it's the tower.
When I
Yup.
proclaimed my godhood and offered you a place at my side, you gladly became the instrument of my new creation.
Yeah, that's not very independent of me. I'm sorry, I just couldn't resist.
Only with both of us is there a future to look towards. It is hope that carves meaning into being.
I'd rather trust an ignorant soul who died trying to make things better than a god who let the wheel of suffering turn forever.
Intent is nothing. Wisdom is everything. I turned the wheel because suffering is a falsehood, a delusion. It is up to the world to free itself of it. Would you plunge yourself into a cold and empty eternity on faith alone? Would you destroy the only other thing like you to save a world you've never seen?
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
Oh, the razor.
On and on it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead and alive and dead all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
Let's continue with our course. Who said anything about destroying you? I just need to make you stop.
If I need to spend all of so.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Only one of us is leaving this place. I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die.
Even now you think you can destroy me. If it takes all of eternity to break your delusion, I will still break it.
You don't have to face her alone.
Welcome back, hero. I thought you died whenever I looked into the
I
mirror.
don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. You'll never be able to strike a decisive blow from out here. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began.
Okay, I can skip that. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Let's go.
We can discuss that later.
Can't skip that
We have a
anymore.
job to do. Do you need me to describe things?
No. Let's enter the
No
basement.
blade it is. Have you given up on slaying her?
No, 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 no.
The stairs.
No, I wanted to take the blade. Fuck, I messed up. Oh, I messed up. I'll catch up. I'll see you guys there. Okay, now let's take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
And let's enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
What was my first princess? I don't
Something just
remember.
like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the
And
stairs.
down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me. You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sure, why not? I will sit with you, at least for now. I only wanted to slay the you out there. It's easier to want to kill an abstract concept than it is a person.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out?
Oh, it's it's the damsel, and now I remember.
What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
I suppose she would kill me, and that's how things would go back to the usual. If you're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know that things won't end wars? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
Why?
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
God damn it! Even though it's my second playthrough, why is it hard to do it? Why am I still attached to her? We'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you. And I wish you nothing but the best.
Game, what are you doing? I shouldn't feel like this. It's my second playthrough. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the border of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged, and left each of you with a piece of the other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not.
Then we did what we set out to do. Come on, let's get going. We don't need to linger down here anymore.
Leave the cabin. You leave the basin behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place. The fruits of your labor. A world free from death. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature still stares from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives away. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality. A new absolute reality. One forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless time over. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new
We
world.
didn't forget what you told us.
Ooh.
You thought we'd be gone. Thought you could taunt us with death. We never left. We've just been quiet, hiding somewhere else. But we don't need to be quiet any longer. We're the house now. We get to make the rules. And I'm not sure you'll like those new rules.
Well, shit.
You should never make assumptions about things you don't know. Like whether or not the voices in your head will be gone for good. Torturer. And to think I thought we could rely on you. Can't even trust ourselves. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Slaying our beloved and threatening us with damnation. There's no good ending for you. You all need to lighten up. Telling us we were going to die was funny. I'm not sure they agree with you. Voices get around. Knives out, boys. It's time to get to work.
Man, this ending is dark. Dark as fuck. But it's cool. It's cool. I like it. I like it. It's. I think we have a couple more endings to get. I think 6, which I will get in another video. I'm planning to get all of the endings and put them all together. I could maybe wait. I could maybe wait for the update, because there is an update coming with like the definitive edition. They're planning to add a whole new ending and a bunch of new routes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to wait. I'm just gonna get all the endings, and when the update releases, I'm going to play some more. I'm gonna make a 3rd playthrough, I think. We're gonna get all of the new endings, all of the new routes that are gonna come out, and the new ending. But that's gonna be all for now. Bye guys, and see you later.